Welcome back. The 2026 Gilmore International Piano Festival is coming up this spring. Tickets go on sale today. Corey Heitzig is the operations manager at the Gilmore and is also one of their performers. Thanks so much for being with us live in studio this morning.
He
pleasure. Already played some for us earlier in our 6 o'clock hour. Sounds fantastic.
Well, thank you.
Can't wait to hear more. But first, tell us about the Gilmore and the work that you do there.
Excellent. So most people might be aware that the Gilmore is an organization based out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, that was founded in 1989 in honor of Irving S. Gilmore. He was a department store owner there and an incredible patron of the arts. And after he passed, it was a mission, there was a foundation established to figure out a way to honor how he contributed to the artistic community.
Yes.
And the best way that they came up with that was the idea of putting up a festival. And this festival has started, again, we're approaching 40 years.
Wow.
It's happened every other year, and that's one facet of what makes the Gilmore special. The Gilmore's festival comes in late spring, and it is the largest gathering of piano music in the Western Hemisphere. So we take over West Michigan and offer up to 100 different events over the course of 11 days. And this festival marks a unique turning point for us because this is the first time that we are going to be annual. So historically, this has happened every other year, and starting in 2026, from that point forward, you'll see us every year.
Wow, what a big change, and how exciting for the community. I mean, 11 days of just fantastic music and artists. Tell us what people can expect. I know we talked earlier about the many different kinds of music that'll be part of this.
So it is jam-packed. We have taken what in a normal year, before we went annual, was about a 21 day festival and shoved it down to 11. And in that, you'll find everything that you'd want to. You can find classical music, you can find chamber music, you can find family events. There's educational opportunities through master classes.
Oh, wow.
There's events at settings where it's casual and you can get drinks. There are events that are at concert halls. There are events where we collaborate with the local orchestras.
So cool.
Yeah.
And I know you said there will be a focus on jazz out of all of that.
Absolutely. It brings to the other side of what the Gilmore is known for, which is this Artist Award. So when this was conceived, it was conceived as a festival and a way to help proliferate classical piano music. And so back when this was all created, they created the Gilmore Artist Award. And the Gilmore Artist Award is a incredibly secretive process. You are under consideration without knowing it. It's completely anonymous. There is a team of an artistic advisory team that travels the world investigating nominations that are brought in. And when they voted on who is going to win this prize, there's a meeting that is held. The prize is announced to the artist. They have no idea they were under consideration. And it's the largest prize in classical music. It's been labeled as the MacArthur Genius Grant of classical music.
Can you say how much?
Yeah, $300,000.
Whoa!
And what an interesting milestone for the Gilmore is that through a donation of $8.8 million from Kalamazoo's very own Larry Bell, we were able to expand that award from the classical music scene into the jazz scene. So in October of 2025, we announced the first jazz artist. His name is Sullivan Fortner, and he will be here for the festival. He opens us and he closes us.
Wow.
And it's going to be quite an event.
That, I'm sure, is pretty amazing to not even know you were being considered and then get the call that, hey, by the way, you just won $300,000.
Exactly.
Corey, I know that people will be happy to hear there are some free events that are part of this festival. I know you're performing at one of them. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I can. So the event that I've been asked to perform is called a Baby Grands. And this is an outreach opportunity that is free of charge. It is designed for people of all ages.
Nice.
It is composed of two components. I will kind of demystify. First, I'm not playing the piano. I'm playing the pipe organ.
Okay.
So we invite everybody up. What's interesting about our Baby Grands is that kids are invited up to be kids. They might be
fun.
Exactly, have some fun, be curious. And so, the organ is a mysterious instrument. You don't always get to see it or interact with it. So we've constructed this recital I'm performing a piece called The King of Instruments.
Okay.
And it includes narration, and it's, think Dr. Seuss, but with musical accompaniment that tells you about what you're hearing and what you're seeing.
I love it.
And then the other cool part about this recital is that I'll show them this instrument, and then the other half of it, we're going to actually build a pipe organ. So there's
that is too cool.
It is. There's an organization that puts together a kit that's called, the organization is called Orgel Kids.
Okay.
And we're working with them. So these kids will get together, and in about an hour, they'll put together this 200-piece kit of pipe organ that is 2 ranks of instrument with the keyboard and everything, and it's hand pumped. And so they'll get together and really see the inner workings and get to play a little bit.
That's got to be really cool for the kids. All right, I know people are wanting to hear you play. Before we get to that, though, Corey, I want to hear just a little bit more about you. Where are you from? How did piano come into your life?
Yeah, so I am from the St. Louis area originally. I started piano when I was 5 years old, and from there I studied up through high school. When I was big enough to reach the organ pedals, that instrument was such a mystery to me that I had to try it, and took that all the way through college, and ended up in Kalamazoo. I'd heard of the Gilmore before because this, in the piano scene, is a very famous organization, and
that's awesome.
His philanthropy, Irving S. Gilmore's philanthropy, was known through the world and the country. So I had a really interesting little story about my interaction with this when I was in high school. Little did I know that a few years later I'd be in Kalamazoo and have the opportunity to work my dream job.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And here you are. Want to remind you again that tickets for this festival go on sale today. So be sure to check that out. Corey, what are you playing for us today?
I am playing a little piece of music that is based on a theme you'll recognize. So it's a very famous theme. See if you can pick it out.
All right. Oh, I didn't know I was being tested.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing joyful.
Yeah. Yes, it's based on Beethoven's Symphony Number 9.
Yes. Okay. At first, I'm like, wait a minute, testing my skills that I don't have. Okay, so joyful
We
noise.
adore thee. Yes.
Yes.
Bring a joyful noise. Come see us our festival runs from April 30th through May 10th.
That is-
and talk about a joyful noise.
I love it. I mean, what a beautiful song. Amazing skills,
Well,
Corey.
thank
I
you.
can't
I
leave that out.
appreciate it, yeah.
And I'm also really impressed by the sound that comes out of this
it's a
thing.
little keyboard, but you'll see much fancier, much bigger, much more concert-worthy instruments if you come see us in Kalamazoo from the 30th to the 10th.
Well, definitely needing more of this. So, Corey, can't thank you enough for being here with us live in studio, waking up early and really showing off his skills. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Thank
We're back
you.
right after this.